an arrow is shot into the air with and its height in feet at time t is given by this formula. It's our job to find the answer to these three questions. Number one, how high is the arrow when it leaves the string? When it leaves the string, that's at time t equals 0. So h of 0 is just 4.9. The units is feet. And so that's how high off the ground it is at time 0 when it's leaving the string. Next question is, when does it reach its maximum height? And let's do this with the calculator. We have the formula thrown into y1, and you just try to hit graph, and it has a window that's standard, minus 10 to 10, and x and y, so you need an appropriate window. Now, we don't care about negative time, so we're going to at least make sure that our window starts at time 0. We don't really know an appropriate x maximum, but we noticed that it didn't come back and reach back down to the ground, so let's maybe double this and call it 20, see what happens. There's no such thing as a negative height here, so let's start it at time, well, let's go, a height of 0, and the maximum, let's just guess and say 20. And let's graph that. Okay, not a good enough window. We have the beginning part, we don't have the end part, we don't have the height, the maximum height, so we're going to need a higher y and a higher x maximum. Go back to the window, and let's make this guy, I don't know, 50. Let's make this guy 50, and let's see what happens. Okay, we get the maximum, but we don't get that time when it hits the ground again. So let's just change. So we're good for our y max, but we're not good for our x max. Maybe we should just go ahead and try to make it 100 and see what happens. And there we have a great window that shows the trajectory of the arrow. So we're asked, when does it reach its maximum height? With the calculator, we can find this. Above the trace button again is C, that's calc. We're going to calculate the maximum of this parabola, and that's number 4 here. Hit the number 4, and we need to go to the left of that maximum. So just arrow over to the cursors past the maximum on the left. Hit enter. Arrow over to the until the cursor is past the maximum to the right. Hit enter, and then make it guess. They'll give us both the time and the height, so we can answer the question for what time looks like 33 1/3, and what height is 38.23. So if they want the answers rounded to 3 decimal places, let's go ahead and then use this. Let's actually take the calculator window and let's paste it here. Let's grab it, enlarge it, put it down here, and then we can use that to answer our question, which is not what the maximum height is, but when, the time t. Time will be 33.33, they said to 3 decimal places, and we're going to assume that is seconds. And then the actual height, they don't ask us this, but the height, the max height, according to this, is 38.233 feet. Okay, and then lastly, how long does it take to hit the ground? Let's go back to the calculator, and let's find the 0. The ground is going to be 0. So back to the calculator. Let me get out of this just a regular graph. I think I should change the window to dip below the y-axis a little bit. so that we can get to the left and to the right of that 0. So let me make this go to -10. And then the max we found doesn't need to be that high. Let's see, 40. And then let's graph it again. Oh wait, I think I might have done the wrong thing there. Sorry, window. The Y max should be 40, not 4. Okay, graph that. There we go. And now we can get to the left and to the right of that 0. So there's our picture of it. And now we're going to go to above the trace button again is calc. And we want to find a 0 now, number 2. Go to the left of it. So the closer you get, the better the approximation is going to be. So let's just say there, enter. Go to the right of it. There, enter, and make a guess. And apparently it takes about 69.033 seconds. Let's take the screenshot. Come back over here and paste it. And go grab it. Enlarge it. And then that's our evidence of our answer, that it takes time t equals 69.033 seconds in order to hit the ground. Reaches a maximum height of 38 feet in the air. That's 33 seconds down the line. It does that. And then 69 seconds down the line, it'll finally hit the ground. And that fully answers that question. Okay, great.